We're going to go ahead and rotate towards the Phoenix, activate our 1. Our team's doing a lot of damage in mid. They should be able to get that Phoenix while we're able to secure the 1 in the left. We're going to go ahead and rotate towards the fight.
An enemy has been slain.
We're going to throw out our 2, get the slow onto the Gauntlets. We're going to dash past the Phoenix. We could open the door right there. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. We're able to get the pick onto 1. We're going to get some damage onto the Sobek. We're able to hit a crit, get our Wind Demon passive. We're going to throw out our 2, get the slow onto the Chiron. Get some basic attacks. Cronus is able to get the pick onto 1. We're going to focus the Phoenix, and we're able to secure it. What a do, Scooby-Doo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're going to be playing the Twisted Joke Izanami on PTS. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we can learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, there's a lot of things we wanted to test out in this video with this build. We wanted to test out Death's Toll with Devourer's Gauntlets on a character that could stack it really well. Then we also wanted to test out the buffed Executioner. So let's go ahead and jump into Izanami's kit. Izanami's 1, Sickle Storm. For 6 seconds, Izanami throws her Kama Sickles even faster. While active, she gains attack speed. Her basic attack no longer returns to her, instead applying bonus damage in addition to 100% of her basic attack power per hit. This bonus damage is applied to all targets, including structures. At level 1, she's going to gain 55% attack speed, and at level 5, she's going to gain 75% attack speed. At level 1, she's going to gain 5 bonus damage, and at level 5, she's going to gain 25 bonus damage. Izanami's 2, Spectral Projection. Izanami sends forth a demonic vision of herself to strike down her enemies, damaging and slowing all enemies in a line. If an enemy god is killed while slowed by this ability, future uses of the slow will be increased by 6% per kill, up to twice, for a maximum of 30%. So it's going to start off with an 18% slow, 2 more kills will bring it up to 30%. The slow duration is going to be 3 seconds. Izanami's 3, Fade Away. Izanami fades into the underworld, becoming stealth, and leaps away from her current position. Taking damage or firing a damaging ability or basic attack breaks her stealth. As she levels up this ability, her stealth duration increases. At level 1, it's going to be a 3-second stealth. At level 5, it's going to be a 5-second stealth. Izanami's ultimate, Dark Portal. Izanami summons a dark portal which damages and silences all enemies in range. The silence duration is going to be 1.5 seconds at level 1 and 2.1 seconds at level 5. And finally, Izanami's passive, Death Draws Nigh. The closer Izanami gets to death, the more powerful she becomes. Izanami gains 4% physical penetration for each 10% of her health that is missing, up to a maximum of 20%. Also, Izanami's basic attacks only trigger item effects on the first target hit per attack. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 2. Level 2, put a point into our 3, just so we can play it extra safe. Level 3, put a point into our 1. Level 4, put another point into our 2. Then we want to max out our ultimate whenever we can. Max out our 2, max out our 1, max out our 3. So we left Fountain with Death's Toll, Tier 1 Devourer's Gauntlets, a Health Potion, and a Baron's Brew. Death's Toll is going to provide us 10 physical power and 75 health. If we are a magical character, it'd provide us 20 magical power. It has a passive that hitting an enemy with a basic attack will restore 2 health plus 1% of your maximum health, and 1 mana plus 1.5% of your maximum mana. Basic attacks that deal an AoE damage restore half as much for each enemy. So the way I believe this works with Izanami's basic attack is she hits each enemy minion once, meaning that she's gaining a stack or 1% of her health per enemy hit. Right here, we just want to be super aggressive, try to get all the minions as quick as possible. We're going to come up, activate our 1, try to get some damage onto this Chiron.
Careful left. Retreat left lane.
We get a warning from a Wheelix. We're going to go ahead and use our 3 to dash out.
Enemy missing middle.
We're going to throw some basics, try to provide a little bit of damage for this Jeb. We got the Cuchulainn pretty weak. And we're able to get the pick onto the Cuchulainn. If we take a look at our passive icon, there are 5 little swirls at the bottom of the fan. It starts with just 1 swirl, but we already got a pick with an enemy that was slowed by our 2, so now there's 3 swirls. If we get another pick with an enemy that is slowed from our 2, then there's going to be a total of 5 swirls. So we've already got 1 stack on our 2, which is very nice. It's going to increase the slow. We get plucked. We're going to go ahead and dash away. Since Izanami's basic attacks can go through the whole minion wave, you do want to try to be super aggressive and clear the minions before the enemy. This game, we don't do the best job of taking advantage of it. What you want to do is you want to stand at the front of the enemy minion wave, throw your basic attacks, and just out clear the enemy. But we were taking a little bit too much poke, so we weren't really able to stand in front of the entire wave. Taking a look at our supports, the enemy Sobek is going to be a lot more aggressive than our Jeb. That might be why we weren't really able to assert as much pressure as we wanted in clearing the waves. We're going to go ahead and use our 3, thinking we can get there a little bit quicker. This game, I really wanted to try out Death's Toll with Devourer's Gauntlets and see how much lifesteal we really get when combining the 2. We just hit level 5, so we hit level 5 before the enemy team. If we don't need to use an ability, we're not going to. We're just going to use our basic attacks. Go ahead, set up a ward, kind of fall back a little bit. We just got enough money for Devourer's Gauntlets, so we are going to want to back and pick those up pretty soon, probably after this next wave. Jeb's rotated middle, so now it's 2v1 over in dual lane. We want to play it super safe. As long as we're getting the XP and gold from the minion wave, we are fine. We're going to go ahead and clear the wave. And then we're going to apply a little pressure instead of backing. We definitely have enough money for Devourer's Gauntlets, so we probably should have backed right there. Looks like we're going to clear 1 more wave and then back. This might actually be a little bit more helpful than backing right after we cleared the last wave. We're going to go ahead and pick up Devourer's Gauntlets. Devourer's Gauntlets is going to provide us 30 physical power, 15% lifesteal. It has a passive that we are going to stack up to 70 times. Each stack is going to provide us 0.5 power and 0.2% lifesteal. Once this item is fully stacked, it's going to provide 65 physical power and 29% lifesteal. Izanami did receive a buff on her passive. So there was an issue whenever you built enough attack speed, Izanami would throw 2 sickles at the same time. They increase the Izanami sickle projectile speed, increases as she gains attack speed. This should result in more closely with her sickles returning before a second one fires.
Enemy missing right.
That punk's out of here.
So there was kind of a visual bug, and to address it, they increased the speed of how fast her sickles return to her. This is a buff because that means she can get her damage off faster.
Attack.
Right now we don't really have any attack speed other than Death's Toll, which actually doesn't provide any attack speed. It just provides power and health. We're going to go ahead and dash in, try to get some additional damage onto this Chiron. Get the slow onto him.
Attack. Be right back.
Activate our 1. Oh my goodness, if we didn't miss those 2 basic attacks, we would have gotten the pick onto him.
On my way.
This Cuchulainn's a little out of position. We're going to try to chase him down. We use our 3 very aggressively, and we can't follow up for it. Now we're trying to rotate out. Sobek's on us. We're in a bad spot. Our 3 is down for another 10 seconds. We're taking a lot of damage that we do not need to take.
Enemy missing middle. Careful left. Enemy missing
We're gonna go ahead and use our Aegis. Their junglers here now. And we go down. We really should not have used our dash onto that Gauntlets.
retreat.
Because we did, we got punished really hard for it. And it does not look like our team was able to get anything for it.
An enemy
Nope,
has
and
been
Relix got
slain.
Janice. So it was a 1-for-1 trade in that team fight. We're going to go ahead and pick up the tier 2 boots. The tier 2 boots are going to provide us a little bit of power. The tier 1 boots do not provide any power. We're going to try to get our team to attack the Greater Scorpion on the left side of the map. Whichever team destroys this Greater Scorpion is going to get enhanced buffs on that side of the map. So if our team destroys it, we're going to get an enhanced purple buff and an enhanced red buff.
Well done.
We're going to go ahead and rotate to our purple buff.
Enemy missing right.
We're going to go ahead and clear this mid Harpy. At the beginning of the game, we went purple, then we went Harpy. I don't think Izanami is the best character to do that with. Izanami benefits from being able to clear the wave, just standing in front and free clearing.
Looks like you got
We're going to go ahead and hit the Lesser Scorpion. Whenever we destroy this, it's going to provide a small heal. I think Chiron is able to secure that with his 1. We're going to go ahead and set up a ward. We get our 2 onto the Chiron. Anytime we can, we want to land our abilities on Chiron and just use our basic attacks to clear wave. We're going to go ahead and hit our Lesser Scorpion. It's going to provide us with the heal. So right now we have 2 purple buffs. We have a greater purple buff and a lesser purple buff. We're able to hit Chiron with our 2. We're going to run into jungle, and then we're going to use our 3 to go back at him. He doesn't know where we are. We're going to hit him with our ultimate. We miss a basic attack or 2.
An enemy has been slain.
Even though we weren't able to secure the kill, he's getting weak. He doesn't have as much regen as we do. He's going into a more power build than a lifesteal build. So each little poke that we get is going to force him back and a little bit. Run into jungle. Use our 3 to come up. We're invisible. He doesn't know where we're coming from. We miss our 2. We're going to activate our 1. And we basically just need to rinse and repeat.
Dance moves. Ooh.
If we use our 3 from jungle to be aggressive, he's not going to know where we are, and it's going to allow us to kind of position where we want to position and to get some damage off. I think that's my number 1 tip with Izanami, is you want to run into jungle. You don't want to use your 3 and then him be able to kind of guess where you are. If you do it from jungle, he's not going to have a clue where you landed. We're going to go ahead and hit our purple buff. So if we take a look above our health bar, there's a little green hand. That little green hand means that we are out of combat. They added this icon because they changed how healing works in this upcoming season. Healing is going to be 30% less effective when you're out of combat. Whenever we're in combat, that green hand is going to go away. We're going to go ahead and clear the Harpy. And we're going to go ahead and back because we have a pretty penny in the pocket.
Enemy missing right.
We're going to go ahead and pick up the attack speed boots in the tier 2 of Executioner.
Be right back.
Executioner received a buff, and we'll get into that in just a moment. We're also going to compare it to the Atalantis bow from the previous season and the Atalantis bow of this season. Kukulin rotated over, so he's over in our lane. We're level 12. We have 1 level on the enemy Chiron. We're going to go ahead and just clear this wave. Our team's kind of rotating over.
Enemy missing left.
We're trying to get our team to check out the enemy
Enemy
purple
missing
buff.
right.
Enemy Chiron is here. He's going for the Lesser Scorpion. We're going to go ahead and clear the wave. Throw out our ability. probably got the pick onto that lesser scorpion. We're gonna go ahead and use our ultimate, basic attack, and we're able to get the pick onto the Chiron.
Enemy has been
Our team is
slain.
also able to get the pick onto the Kukulkan, and Gold Fury is wide open. So if we compare the Executioner to the Atalanta's Bow of the last season, Atalanta's Bow was providing 20% penetration, and the Executioner would provide 7% penetration per stack. It could stack up to 3 times. So it took 3 basic attacks to get to 21% penetration with the Executioner, or it took 0 basic attacks to get to an automatic 20% with Atalanta's Bow. Atalanta's Bow was better last season, but now Atalanta's Bow is getting a nerf down to 10% penetration, and the Executioner can now stack up to 4 times. So you can get a potential 28% penetration with the Executioner. We just picked it up, so let's go ahead and go over the Executioner stats. The Executioner is going to provide us 35 physical power, 25% attack speed. Basic attacks against an enemy reduce your target's physical protections by 7% for 3 seconds. It used to be able to stack up to 3 times, but now it can stack up to 4 times. This item reduces the enemy's protections. It kind of acts like penetration.
Ally has been slain.
But the cool thing about the Executioner is the reduction of protections will affect everybody on your team. So if we land 4 basic attacks on the enemy Sobek, he's going to have 28% less physical protections. Then the Wheelix can also take advantage of that. We have a 3 magical comp, but typically you would have a 3 physical comp. All the physical characters are able to take advantage of the reduction of protections. Protection reduction and protection penetration kind of work the same way. Reduction just helps the whole team. Penetration helps just the individual. We're going to go ahead, dash in from the jungle. Use our 2, get some damage onto him. Use our 1, increase our attack speed, and also deal some additional damage. We're able to really poke him out. We're going to go ahead, start rotating towards mid. Looks like our team was able to clean it up. We're just going to check the enemy red buff. We're going to go ahead and secure it. We're going to rotate left, clean up the wave. If Chiron is sitting at the tier 2 tower, he's missing out on some gold and XP from the minion wave. Go ahead and clear this next wave. So right now we are farming up. We took our 1 level lead to a 4 level lead on the enemy carry. Izanami is great at pushing leads. She's not the best in team fights, but she can be a real lane bully. We're going to go ahead and steal away the Greatest Scorpion. So whenever our team destroyed the Greatest Scorpion in the middle, we're going to head use our 2 onto the Chiron. Use our ultimate. It's just a little short. We're not worried about taking damage because we can just lifesteal up. We have Devo Gauntlets fully stacked. We're going to go ahead and throw out our 2. It's just a little wide. We're going to go ahead and rotate out. Right now we're just going to deny as much farm as we possibly can. Whenever we destroy the Greatest Scorpion in the middle, it's going to spawn on the enemy's side. But if we steal the enemy spawn of the Greatest Scorpion, it's still going to enhance our buffs. And then the Greatest Scorpion is going to go on cooldown. We're going to go ahead and take our enhanced purple buff. Go ahead and back because we have enough money for Kinsai. Kinsai is going to provide us 40 physical power and 20% attack speed. It has a passive that on basic attacks deal 3% of the target's maximum health. If the target had over 2,000 health, this bonus damage scales up to a maximum of 5% at 2,750 health. They have a pretty healthy team. They have Sobek as support, Vamana as solo, and Kukulkan as jungle. Right now our attack speed is 2.13. The cap is 2.15. Or 2.5, not 2.15. Whoops. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the enemy red buff, check to see if it's there. Here's a Sobek here. We're going to go ahead, activate an ability, and steal it away. He's able to get the pluck onto us. We're not concerned. We're going to use our 3 to go over the wall. Then we're going to go ahead and take the oracles. There was a saying that I had on the old map that if you hit level 20 by 20 minutes, you're farming effectively. I think that holds true on this map as well. It's not going to happen every game, and it's not the easiest thing to happen, but if you are farming effectively, getting picks, and not going down a lot, you should be able to get level 20 by 20 minutes.
Attack middle lane. On my way.
We're going to rotate towards mid. We have our ultimate. We're going to hit 2 with it. We're going to throw out our 2. Get a lot of damage off right there. We're going to go ahead and Wheelix is able to get the pick onto the Yanis. We really set that kill up. Jeb's going to do a little tanking. We're going to focus onto the tower. Colin uses his ultimate. Sobek is able to push us back. We're going to get some basics onto the Sobek. We're able to get the pick onto the Sobek.
They couldn't keep up the energy.
Missed a lot of basic attacks right there. We're going to go ahead and rotate towards the Gold Fury. This is an Oni Fury, so once we destroy it, it's going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane. We're going to go ahead and throw out our 2, activate our 1, trying to keep focusing this Kukulin. We're going to dash over the wall. Our basics hit the wall, and Kronos is able to clean up the Kukulin. I think he was the only one brave enough to step up and try to challenge us on this Oni Fury. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of tanking for the team. We have Death's Toll and Devourer's Gauntlets healing us up. We're going to go ahead and rotate to our purple buff, which is still enhanced because we have greater Scorpion control.
Be right back.
Oh, we are just shy of 20 by 20. We're only level 19. Looks like they were able to get the greatest Scorpion. Now they have the enhanced purple buff. We're going to go ahead, pick it up. Dash in. We do have our ultimate. We're going to activate our 2. Ultimate is just a little short. We are dashing in from jungle while being invisible. He doesn't know where we land, and that allows us to get close to him and apply some pressure. Sobek misses the block. We're going to throw out our 2. That's going to slow him. We're going to hit him with some basic attacks. We do have kin size, so we do want to take this fight. The more basic attacks we land on him, the more damage we're going to be able to chunk him for.
That punk's out of here. Oh,
We're still fighting into him, even though this is not a great fight. We fall under tower again. And it looks like they stopped the pursuit, so we're just going to go ahead and fall back. We're going to try to find something to lifesteal off of.
Your team,
Whoop up. On my way.
your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
2 people in mid fighting our Kronos. We're going to rotate in, try to help them out. We miss our 2. Between Kronos and myself, we should be able to secure this Pyromancer. The Pyromancer is going to give you increased movement speed when leaving the fountain. I believe it is 40% for 15 seconds. So it allows your team to leave fountain and get back to lane a little bit quicker.
I can see the smiles already.
It also provides everyone on your team with a little bit of gold. We're going to go ahead and hit these mid harpies and then fall back because we have a pretty penny in the pocket. We are thinking about going into Oboe, but then we realize that puts us over the attack speed limit, so we're going to change our minds and go into Wind Demon. Wind Demon is going to provide us 25 physical power, 15% attack speed, and it used to provide 15% crit. Now it provides 20% crit.
Tower
It has a passive that your crits provide you with 10% penetration and increase your attack speed and movement speed by 20% for 5 seconds. The increased movement speed is pretty helpful. It kind of acts like a utility.
An enemy has been slain.
I think that's the main reason why we're picking it up this game. If we can get a crit, we're just going to be able to wiggle around a little bit easier. Bit of a team fight going on in mid. We're going to go ahead and push this left lane. We are the only one left with the tower in our lane. We're going to go ahead and activate our 1 because it does do bonus damage to structures. It's also going to increase our attack speed. Once we have our 1 activated, we do hit the attack speed cap. We're going to go ahead and rotate towards the Phoenix, activate our 1. Our team's doing a lot of damage in mid. They should be able to get that Phoenix while we're able to secure the 1 in the left. We're going to go ahead and rotate towards the fight.
An enemy has been slain.
We're going to throw out our 2, get the slow onto the Golem. We're going to dash past the Phoenix. We could open the door right there. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. We're able to get the pick onto 1. We're going to get some damage onto the Sobek. We're able to hit a crit, get our Wind Demon passive. We're going to throw out our 2, get the slow onto the Charon. Get some basic attacks. Cronus is able to pick onto 1. We're going to focus the Phoenix, and we're able to secure it. We could also attack right lane. We have minions pushing into the Phoenix.
Enemy ultimate down.
We're trying to get our team to fall back.
Enemy ultimate down.
Go ahead and lifesteal off of camp. And then we're going to work on Fire Giant. Oh, there's a Greatest Scorpion. So let's go ahead and take this out. Kronos did not rotate to Fire Giant with me. So we're probably just going to back right here.
Can't be solved with a laugh.
Then we're going to upgrade our starter item to Death's Temper. Death's Temper is going to provide us 50 physical power, 75 if we were a magical character. It's going to provide us 30% attack speed and 100 health. It has a passive that when an enemy dies near you, you gain 1 stack of Temper that provides 3.5% basic attack power for 10 seconds, maximum of 10 stacks. When an enemy god dies near you, you gain 5 stacks. So at 10 stacks, this item can provide 35% increased basic attack power, which is a pretty nutty item, and I think it works really well on carries. I think the opposite upgrade, the Death's Embrace, is really good on auto attack speed warriors, where you recover a percentage of your health per basic attack. I think Death's Temper is great damage output, and then the Death's Embrace is kind of a good sustain. We already have good sustain with Devourer's Gauntlets, so we're going to go into the more aggressive upgraded starter item. We're going to go ahead and work on Fire Giant with our team, now that the team's here. Activate our 1, start chunking. We get knocked up. And we're able to secure the Fire Giant.
Middle lane. Here it comes.
Ultimate is ready.
Golem is very out of position. He uses his ultimate. We're going to dash in behind him. Chunk him with some basic attacks. Now we should be able to push as a team. We got a pick. It's a 5v4 and we have 2 Phoenixes down. We're going to keep pushing up through jungle. We're going to dash over this wall. Go ahead and cast our ultimate onto the Janus. That's his beads and his Aegis. Awelix is able to follow up and get the pick onto the Janus. We're gonna go ahead and start working on the Titan. And we're able to secure it. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. We really wanted to just try out Death's Toll, Devourer's Gauntlets, and the upgraded Executioner on a COD that just got a buff, Izanami. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.